Majorly, we should go to the roots of the challenge. So it is possible for a human being to encounter challenges, but most of the challenge the Gen Z are facing is the lack management skill. To me, I may say it's not the challenge. I mean, it wasn't the children that started it. Um, Majority of parents started it. The kind of life is what we put inside them that they will start manifesting out.
Hello and welcome to Tiger Talks, the space where we speak truth, share struggles, and start healing. Today's conversation is one that people hardly talk about: depression and suicide among the Gen Z. The silent battles many young people are fighting behind their screens, their smiles, and sometimes behind their silence. You see, we live in a time where everyone looks perfect online, but off screen, so many of us are drowning. Behind the TikToks, the filters, and the I'm good replies, depression is stealing joy, and suicide has become an option some people are considering or even attempting. And today we're choosing to speak about it not as experts, but as a generation that's been through pain and is still searching for peace. To help us dig deeper into this, I'm joined by a counselor and a mental wellness advocate. Mrs. Sotolu Oriyomibo Oluwakemi is a seasoned life leadership expert, motivational speaker, and professional school counselor dedicated to empowering individuals to reach their full potential. She obtained a Bachelor Honours in Guidance and Counseling from Olabisi Onabanjo University, Ogun State. Mrs. Sotolu is a veteran education professional who has garnered extensive experience in prominent schools. She served as head teacher and counselor in Mountaintop School, had a practicum in Trinity International School of Fada, and she is currently serving as a senior counselor in Deeper Life High School, Lagos campus. Version, she has made a significant impact through her work as a counselor, coach, and the founder of Women of Wonders. Wow! Mrs. Sotolu provides guidance, support, and resources to students and professionals alike. She is married to Pastor Sotolu Sunday, and she is a mother of two. Her commitment and passion to empowerment shines through in both her personal and professional life. Welcome back, everyone. Today I have with me Mrs. Sotolu Oriyomibo Oluwakemi. As I said earlier, he has over 15 years of experience. Tell us more about this topic on depression and suicide.
All right, I believe we are dealing with Gen Z. We call them Generation Z, okay? And there are people that are born between year of 1997 and 2012.
Yes.
Okay? The question we're supposed to ask is, how do we get to this level? Okay? To me, is because of different experiences they've engaged in or they've gotten through the parents, their generation and all that. For instance, the children in that age bracket, 1997, 2012, most of the parents, they went through hard time, and then they are thinking, my child should not pass through what I went through. And then because of that, they try to give them the best life without stress, without struggle and all that. And then the children, they still want that kind of life. And now the majority of them now, they are on their own. And anytime they encounter challenges, some will be frustrated, okay, and some will go into depression if that frustration is not well managed. Okay, and then depression can actually lead to suicidal tendency.
Wow. So, how can you put? Is there a difference, or where can we draw the line between, sadness, burnout, and depression?
Burnout is if you are not too happy. For instance, like someone working now in the place of work, you are not satisfied, you are not happy, it can lead to burnout. One will just be struggling there. Sadness, anything can cause it. Maybe you are not happy with a certain thing, one can be sad, but if it's not well managed, it can lead to depression. So everything cannot be good, like the way we want it to be might not be the way things will be. So it is possible for a human being to encounter challenges. And when we encounter challenges, the best way is to manage it. But most of the challenges Gen Z are facing is the lack management skill, emotional management skill. So that is the challenge majority of them are facing.
Talking about emotional management skills, is something that you have to go through certain things before you have the experience of it, or like is it a skill one can learn?
Exactly, one can learn it as we learn emotional intelligence. So we can actually learn emotional management skill too. Okay, for instance, let me use our own as example. When as we're growing, our parents, most of us, we trek to school, going, coming, and all that. A lot of challenges we face. Alongside, we learned what we call problem solving skill. Because as we are going to school, and then it wasn't easy for majority of our parents, or even for us too. It was not easy, but we face it alongside. As we are going to school, we will encounter some challenges, and in the course of solving it, we are developing what we call problem solving skill. You understand? It's day-to-day life experience that will lead to one knowing how to manage emotion. And one has to be intentional and deliberate about it. I want to learn how to manage emotion. I want to learn how to manage this and that. So one just have to be intentional about it. You understand?
Do you think the Gen Z are not being intentional in having this emotional and management skill? Yes, ma'am.
Because most of them, they don't even know. They don't know they're having challenge.
Wow, that's the beginning.
So some they don't even know they're having challenge, because one thing is, what brought about this kind of attitude we are seeing in Gen Z. Of course, these are digital native, okay, and they are glued to their phones, laptop, and all that. So they relate with people online majorly than people they see physically. For instance, in the family, everybody has phone. Everybody will be with their phone. They don't really relate. So there are a lot of things they lack as a result of that. They will not be to relate well with people, to have good relationship to will be a serious challenge for Gen Z. Of course, that is what we are experiencing right now. Some don't even know how to relate well because they are always with their phone and all that. So to get it, one just have to be intentional. First of all, that person needs to know that he's having challenge. Because if you don't know you're having challenge, of course, if you don't realize you are sick, you don't need to go to the hospital. So we have mental health professional that can be of help to help them. It's a serious challenge actually. They can be of help. We have psychotherapists that can also be of help. We have counselors if the person is still in school that can also be of help to put them through.
So, what are the most common misconceptions about this depression that you've heard of?
Yeah, some depression, when we are talking about depression, is when one is feeling sad, maybe one is having what we call anxiety. It's a mental health condition, and then characterized by persistent feeling of sadness, hopelessness, can also lead to depression, and then loss of interest in activities and all that can lead to depression. Too much glue to phone too can lead to depression. You understand? So what I've seen or misconception about it is some people may think it's not possible for somebody to be depressed. And of course, we do have people that are depressed. We do have people that, if you are there, you know, most of our parents, because of the skill we acquire, those skills, they were not deliberate. And the majority of us, we didn't know we had those skills. But they were there, and they are the one helping us to carry out our day-to-day activities. That is where we are coping with life. And this Gen Z, majority of them, they don't have it. So the moment they are depressed, all these skills that I mentioned, they are just like shock absorber to help. So most parents may be thinking, the way they could overcome their own, this child should be able to. You understand? And they've forgotten, we are not on the same platform at all. So it's one of the misconceptions people are having about this depression.
Now, talking about the parents now, what can you say about the parents or the older generation who think their children are just lazy and they are too soft, that maybe that's why they're having this mental health problem?
Majorly, we should go to the roots of the challenge. To me, I may say it's not the challenge. I mean, it wasn't the children that started it. Majority of parents started it. The kind of life is what we put inside them that they will start manifesting out. For instance, a young child of 5 years going to school, majority of them they have phones.
Yes.
And this phone is very selfish. And you have given this child phone from school. Hey, have you done your assignment? Yes, mommy. And that child will carry phone. And majority of parents, they will give their phone to their child. Don't disturb me. Please take this phone. Go and watch cartoon. So we've changed the mentality of the children. We've not really helped them. And that thing has taken larger part of their lives. And they think life is easy. So there are some certain things you don't do. So you have to be with your phone. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, when you are too glued to this thing, it can make one to be lazy sometimes. Because it's very, very selfish, and it will take one's time. It will not make one to do some other things, even as adults. The moment you hold your phone, sometimes you will be waiting for the battery to get low before you go for other things. So that is it. So we are the cause one way or the other. Let me just put it that way. The parents, they are actually the cause.
We're talking about suicide now. So why do some people feel, especially with this younger generation, that the best way to end the particular, maybe someone is facing a particular problem, and the person just feel like the best way to end that problem is just to kill themselves? Like a man on, I think on Facebook, he wanted to, that was about a year or 2 years ago. I think he had a problem with Bet Niger. I think he borrowed money to play this betting whatever. This is an older man though. So I think he lost. He thought he would, maybe he borrowed, I can't remember the exact amount he borrowed, but I think he borrowed, let's say, a particular amount, and it should double. Unfortunately, he lost, and all the money, all the one he borrowed, he wasn't able to win, and even the one he borrowed, he couldn't pay back. So he then afterwards sent messages to people, families, friends, that this is all, that blah blah. So, and eventually he killed himself. Why do some people feel this way, that the best way to end a particular problem is to kill themselves?
Yeah, they are thinking they will have rest when they die, but that is just a fallacy. Killing oneself, there is punishment. Spiritually speaking, there is punishment for it, and according to the word of God, the Bible. So killing oneself is not the solution, because it's against the will of God for one to die when it's not the right time for one to die. And there is punishment attached to that according to the word of God, Bible. You see, killing oneself, one may be thinking, if I end it now, I will get out of this challenge. But eventually, we are going to meet with greater challenge when they kill themselves. So killing oneself is not the best option. The best option is to think, how will I get out of this situation? You can quickly feel calling people. Sometimes they might disappoint you and all that. Start thinking, what will I do? Should I start working this one? Should I start doing this? Start thinking about solution. Or number one thing, meet with someone, because at that particular time one's head might not boost to know the right thing. Quickly talk to someone that this is how you are feeling. That person might have solution. Even your family people you are calling, talking to about it, and they are saying no. The moment they hear that, some of them will write for you because they don't want to lose you. So the best thing to handle is to speak out. Let people know what you are thinking, what your plan is to do. And for us too, the moment we hear something like that from anyone, we should not doubt it. Because it has happened. There was a boy that was sending messages to his friend and even asking the mother some funny question about if somebody dies now, that person will turn to sad, or that person will be okay or whatever. But they didn't give the boy, the right answer. Eventually, that boy killed himself. It was later, after he has died, that everybody was now coming out with the text messages he sent to them, and the mother was like, no wonder he was asking me this kind of question. So we need to be very, very careful when we start hearing something, saying something like that.
So those are the signs.
It's one of the signs. And when we see somebody that a lively person want to be alone, want to be just isolate himself or herself, you know this person is lively, this person is full of life, and now this person just want to be alone, then we should start working on that person. And when we see someone, of course, if somebody is depressed, you will see it somehow. It depends. But some that are sanguine, you can't not easily get it, because they will still be laughing. They will still be themselves, because sanguine people, they are lively. They will still, but inside of them, there are terrible things. So they might not show it, but you have to, one way or the other, due to some things they will be saying, like this life, there's nothing in this world. When you start hearing someone saying something like that, move closer to that person and ask further. Why do you say that? This life is sweet, and the person will start saying some other thing, like there's nothing in this world, so it's better. What do we even have in this world? Then that person needs help. So we need to move further to ask that person more questions, so that we're able to discover if that person is having depression or something.
So as a counselor with over 15 years of experience, and also maybe as an educator too, how can you help someone who is facing depression or having suicidal thoughts?
Of course, by special grace of God, I've helped many of that age bracket. Some of them will come out to speak out. You create a platform for people to be able to talk to you. You create a platform that people will not be afraid to come closer to talk to you. You know, friendly platform will help them to come out to speak out. Okay? For instance, there was a child that was feeling that way because of bullying, and he came around, he told me, people are saying this about me and all that, because he confided in me, that not that I will be discussing this issue around for people to hear. He confided and he trusted me that I will be able to help him out. I will be able to provide solution.
It's more of trust.
Exactly, trust. You understand? Very, very important. And you should create a platform or an environment for such people to be able to talk to you. You know, it depends. If they are not free with you, they will not come to you to talk to you. So, but when they are free, and then to them they think there's nothing we cannot discuss with this person, you will be able to come out. That is number one, which we need to do. And then we should give them attention. We should not criticize. We should not criticize or judge people. If you are the type that you like to judge, people will not come to you, because they have a lot to say. But when they notice that you have judgmental spirit, they rather keep their challenge to themselves and not discuss their challenge with you. But when they notice that you will accept them the way they are, they will be so free to tell you everything, anything about them. There was one that wanted to face punishment because of the punishment to him. So that punishment was so big that was like, let me quickly die, let me quickly kill myself. So he remembered, let me quickly go to Mr. Sotolu. So he came and he told me, I did something terrible, and they told me they are going to punish me. They are going to. I said, that punishment is just for a while. Then if you kill yourself, those beautiful future and dreams you have for yourself, you want to run it. If for instance now, at most, maybe they will ask you to kneel down, raise up your hand, or they will kill you. Within some minutes, you will forget about it. What of beautiful dreams you have? You understand? So there should be a very beautiful environment for them to be free with us. And we should not have judgmental spirit. We should not criticize people. We should not condemn them. We should accept them the way they are, so that we're able to help them as counselors.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Is therapy the only solution to this depression and suicide thoughts? Is there other ways in which someone can, get help from others?
Yeah, there are other ways, which is very, very okay, which is good, closer to them. For instance, it depends on the type of parents. If a child is passing through such, it will be very, very, very good for that child to discuss, open up to the parent or people around. Good adults around. I put good because some they will give wrong advice to the child. Good adults around will be better to talk to. Oh, I'm feeling this way, and that one can easily save that person. Okay, and we do have mental health professionals. You can go out there to talk to them about your issues. They are professionals. They will be able to help the person. We also have counselors around if the stuff is happening in the school. So students can meet with the counselor in the school, talk to the counselor. I'm having this feeling. It's a terrible feeling actually that can take over the emotion of that person. It's not easy to take one's life, but that feeling is so strong that it can overpower the person to do it. So because of that, that person needs someone to talk to. Talk to somebody around you can be a great way to help.
So you said it's a strong feeling that can overpower. What role does faith, spirituality, and religion play in healing mental health issues?
Exactly. In fact, I can easily say it's key. If one can have one, believe in God. You understand? Believing in God is one of the key that can help one out of it. Why? You hope. Depression is out of hopelessness. You don't believe you can come out of that situation, and you are looking for a way out, and it can lead to suicidal tendency, one thinking of taking one's life. Okay, the best way is to believe in supernatural being. If you have faith in God, as Christian now, you believe in God, you will have hope that God will take me out of this situation. I will get out of this situation. And that hope will help you to overpower that the thoughts, whatever you have within you, you're able to overcome it with faith in God, that God will take you out of that challenge. So it's very, very important to believe in God.
So what advice now can you give a Gen Z who is feeling hopeless?
Everything about their life is, there's no one without challenge. What you are passing through, you are not the first person to pass through it. Many people, they've gone through it and they are coming out well. So it's not the end of the road. Poor person today can be rich tomorrow. So all you need to do, believe in God, believe in yourself, and have the thinking that this thing is not end of my life. I will come out of it. I will surely come out of it. And if they have this feeling that they are not the first person to pass through this challenge, some people have gone through it before and they are strong, they are doing well. Everybody has testimony to share, especially those ones that are doing well now. If they start telling you what they've gone through, everybody has one or two things to say in life. So anyone's life is not the best. So the best thing is to keep hoping depending on God, and at the end, one will come out great.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So if we have someone that wants that needs counseling, if you don't mind, maybe them reaching out to you, I mean from our audience, them reaching out to you, if I can give them your contacts, your mail.
There's no problem about that. At least we are born to do that, actually. I am born to do that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah.
If this conversation touched you deeply, I'm here to say you are not alone. Are you there? You've been too afraid to speak out, or maybe you've lost someone you wish you could have done more. Let this be a reminder that you are not a burden, you are not alone, and you are not beyond help. So guys, this is what I want you to do. Check on your strong friends. Be kind to strangers and don't judge what you don't understand. And if you or someone you know is in a dark place, talk to a trusted person, a therapist, or a counselor. In the meantime, if you would like to connect with Mrs. Sotolu, kindly check the comment box for her details. Until next time, bye.